Hello, Baloo. Put your stick back. Put your stick. No? I'll chuck it in for you in case you change your mind. All right? Oh, good morning, guys. T is like the happiest dog ever right now. Are you happy? Are you happy? Ah, happy pup. You're so damn handsome, aren't you? Huh? You're so handsome. I got distracted by an excited dog. Right, so this video is coming to you. Don't kick your feet on the door. Stop it. That's why I had to put rubber on your door, idiots. He's fed up with this situation now. So this video is coming to you a little bit out of sequence. I do have an update video on him. I've got some other stuff that was scheduled to come out before this. But this wasn't really planned. This is something that I kind of woke up this morning and said, seriously? You just snorted all over me. Ew. I woke up this morning and I thought, oh, maybe some of my YouTube buddies might have a solution to the problem I'm having right now. And the problem we're having is related to his feet. Now, in case anybody missed it, he has got laminitis currently. He's currently peed off because we're waiting for his hay to soak. He's had his breakfast. It's not like he's going hungry. He's had his breakfast and his painkillers. This is the routine. He has his breakfast and his painkillers, and then he waits half an hour, and then he gets his hay. I'm trying to space things out a little bit, you see, but he doesn't get that. So we've been having a little bit of a problem with his feet. Now, as I said, he's come down with laminitis about a week ago now, like just over a week ago now. So we're dealing with that. And one of the things that I really wanted to do was get him some hoof boots. So for anybody who doesn't really know much backstory on Blue, he has really crappy feet. He can't hold a shoe, like a traditional metal shoe. We tried and tried and tried for years. They always fall off or get ripped off. And what will normally happen is the shoe will come off and it would take huge chunks of his hoof wall with it. So we gave up on that. We transitioned him to barefoot a few years ago. It was absolutely brilliant. Like, his feet have actually been doing really, really well until this year. And I think the reason they've gone downhill this year is because he keeps going bloody lame. He keeps going lame, so he's not getting the exercise, he's not getting the road work. And I've actually found that keeping him in regular road work was one of the things that helped manage his feet really, really well. Among other things, so obviously there's things we're feeding him. I rasp them in between trims as well, as things that we put on his feet. But keeping him in good regular road work, he's so peed off. Keeping him in good regular road work seems to be a really important part of his hoof management. And I haven't been able to do that this year because, like I said, he keeps throwing boo-boos. So he went lame earlier this year, a bit of a mystery lameness. He came right from that, and then about a week later, just after I brought him back into work, he went and cut open one of his heel bulbs on some fencing. And then he just came right from that a couple of weeks ago. I was looking at it thinking, yeah, I'm happy to ride him on that again now. Like, he's still got a bit of a scar, but I thought, yeah, I'm good with that. He's not lame. We'll go for it. And then literally 2 days later, he goes down with laminitis. I'm like, seriously, Blue? He clearly just wanted a year off. It's just he didn't want to do anything this year, evidently. So you're so grumpy. So, oh, I've lost my trail of thought. Sir, you, stop, stop. No. Would you like to have a little walk around the yard? You're going to lean over the fence and pick that grass out of the garden again though, aren't you? Which you're not supposed to be having. You're not meant to have that stuff. Right, I'm going to let him out in the yard. He's probably, like I said, oh no, he probably can't reach anymore. I'm going to let him out here and hope that he just mooches about and doesn't lean over and start picking up grass that he's not supposed to be having. He's starting to chuck it down. So I got them in last night because there was a weather warning that came up on my phone. And gently. Good boy. Yeah, I had a weather warning pop up on my phone for like high wind and torrential rain, and nothing really happened, but it seems to be that it's come in late, so that's probably going to ruin my day today. Chair a sec. And wipe the rain off my lens. All right, behave yourself, you. No mischief. And he's still walking funny, isn't he? So he's always a bit footy out on the gravel, but I'd say he is a little bit footier than normal. And he's definitely footier on that foot where he had the heel bulb injury. So it was interesting when the vet did the hoof testers on him. That was the foot he showed up worst in. And he's such a muppy. He's walking around down there, standing on stones. He doesn't think about where he puts his feet at all. He's such a cumbersome beast. An elegant cumbersome beast. Anyway, so yeah, back to the point of this video. I'm trying to get hoof boots for him. He can't hold shoes. We gave up on that, so he's barefoot now. I discussed with our farrier possibly doing glue on shoes a couple of times, and we've stayed away from that because we were just a little bit concerned that we're going to get kind of the same problem we have with the metal shoes, in that the hoof wall is not going to be able to hold it. Like he's not going to be able to hold onto the shoe. And our fear is that we're just going to end up with huge chunks of his hoof just slumping off again, and we're going to be back to where we were like 4 or 5 years ago. So we've kind of stayed away from that. We've done the best we could with him barefoot. Now, several times now, I have looked into getting him hoof boots, and I cannot for the life of me find a company that makes hoof boots to fit his feet. Now, his feet are gigantic. They are dinner plates, and I'm not exaggerating that. They're like draft horse size feet. Tia, stop sniffing that filth. That's how you got a flipping infection up in your nose years ago, wasn't it? Stop it. We don't need any more vet bills. Go on, go do something else. Oh yes, can I help you, sir? You good? You're gonna have a tantrum out there now instead, aren't you? Yeah. Anyway, I have struggled like crazy to find hoof boots to fit him. Now, obviously when this laminitis issue came up, I started my search again because, to be honest, I gave up on it. Like, I absolutely gave up on it. I was like, there's no way in hell I'm going to find someone to fit him. His feet are just too big. They're such a funny shape. And this issue we're having with the laminitis has prompted me to have another look, do a bit more digging. And yeah, I've kind of hit the same problem again, in that I just can't find something that suits his size and shape of feet. And I really feel like I need to get something on his feet. So this is where you guys come in. I'm hoping there is going to be some knowledge out there that you guys can give to me to help me find a solution to this problem. So I have emailed a couple of hoof boot companies. I found a couple of places that supply, I think they're called Bigfoot hoof boots. I think Cavallo does something along those lines, and there's another brand that offered like a Bigfoot hoof boot as well. But even those are not really suitable for his foot shape. So the biggest problem we've got is that his feet are wider than they are long. So his feet are about 7 inches wide at the widest point. He does have quite a bad flare. And he has only had his feet trimmed like within the last 2 weeks. So they are very, very wide, despite our best efforts over the years. And we have a fantastic farrier, by the way. It's not a farrier issue. It's just he has really bad feet issue. So he has a very, very wide foot, and they are shorter than they are wide. So I'll go ahead and put up some screenshots. We took some photos the other day to send off to these hoof boot companies to ask them for advice. I haven't heard back from any of them yet, and me being me, I'm getting impatient. So I was like, right, okay, let's ask the internet people. They might be able to help me here. Because I know quite a few of you use hoof boots. So I'm really hoping there's a solution to my problem out there in somebody's head. So I'll go ahead and put those pictures up for you guys to have a look at. So yeah, that's kind of what we're dealing with. They're very odd shapes, they're very big, and like I said, they are wider than they are long. And I can find boots that are wide enough for his ridiculous dinner plate feet, but then they're just way too long. And I would assume that will cause a problem. I mean, I don't want a boot that is like 2 inches too long for his foot. Surely that's going to allow movement, and the boot's going to slip, and it's just not going to work. So I'm a little bit stuck as to what to do here. So my question to you guys is, my first question to you guys is there anything out there that you're aware of that might suit him? Are there any companies can you recommend? I'm just looking for anything to get on his feet at this point to make him more comfortable and to take some of the like the concussion off of his feet when he's moving around, because he's such a moochy horse, like he can't stand still. And I really just want to make him more comfortable, give his feet a little bit of protection. So yeah, that's the first question. Is there anything out there that exists? There might not be. He might be a complete anomaly. There might not be anything suitable to fit him. In which case, annoying, where do I go from that? So my follow-up question to that is, does anybody know if you can get them made to fit? Now, I've not found any information on that in my searches so far. I may not have been looking in the right places, I don't know. But is that a thing? Can you get hoof boots made to measure? So I know you can get people out to do hoof boot fittings, which I have inquired about as well. And I know you can get fit kits where they basically send you out like the shells of different size hoof boots. I have inquired about that, but my concern is that I just don't think the companies I'm looking at have, I don't think they supply the right shape and size of boot. Taz, ew. Dirty. No, we don't jump. No, so my concern is that I don't think these companies supply the right shape and size of boot for his feet. So I've held off on booking a hoof boot fitting for now. Like I said, purely because looking through their stock, I don't think they carry what I need. So I'm going to wait and hear back from them. Sorry, I'm absolutely firing off at 100 miles an hour right now because I want to find a solution to this problem and I can't find it, and it's frustrating me. And I'm a very, very impatient person, in case you haven't figured that out yet. Very impatient. So my kind of follow-up question to that is, are there any other alternatives that you guys know of that we might be able to sort of help him out with? So I've come across like foot pads, which, like, from what I can see, basically involves just gaffer taping some kind of gel pad or foam pad onto the bottom of the horse's feet, which I think is a good idea. I might go ahead and get some foam and do that, just to make him a little bit more comfortable for the time being. Obviously, that's not a long-term solution. That is a very short-term solution. I did find something else. I'll have to double check what the name of it was. It's interesting. So I was doing a Google search and then I thought, oh, hang on, I've seen another YouTuber using that in something I watched the other day. I think it was the Clever Cowgirl had used this stuff. It's kind of like a fabric. It's almost like cast material. Like, you know, when you have a broken limb and you get a cast, I think it's like that kind of thing. So you basically put a cast over the horse's foot, which kind of like turns into like a temporary shoe kind of thing. I don't fully understand how it works. So I did stumble across that yesterday. And the website I was looking at came up with this massive disclaimer saying, warning, this product can only be applied by a vet or farrier. And I'm like, okay, right. So I'm not really, I need to do more research into that. I don't know if that could be an option. But that's kind of what I found. So is there anything else out there that I could be doing for him? So yeah, if anybody's got any suggestions, any ideas, I am all ears right now. I just want to find a way to offer his feet some protection, so that they can heal a bit better and so that he's a bit more comfortable. That is the aim of the game here. Preferably in the long run, I would like to get him some hoof boots for riding purposes. But obviously that's not going to be happening immediately anyway. So yeah, go ahead and put some information in the comments for me, guys. Yeah, if you've got links to websites or if you've got any information, and like groups, Facebook groups, like YouTube channels, like anywhere where there's information on this stuff, I want to know about it because I need to find a solution to this problem. And I'm really hoping you guys can help me out. And I'm going to stop waffling at you now because I've splurged like 100 miles an hour for about 15 minutes now, and I'm exhausted. You guys must be exhausted. So I will leave this one in your hands. I'll be keeping an eye on the comment section. I always do anyway. I love going through our comment section. But yeah, any help here would be much appreciated, guys. And in our next video, I will give you an update on what we've been doing with Blue's recovery plan so far. Yeah, that should be, I know I've had a couple of people asking for that. I was going to say it should be quite interesting for you. I don't know if it is interesting. It's very basic. I think laminitis recovery it's quite a basic process. It just requires rules to be put in place and restrictions and things like that. But yeah, our next video will be the first part of his recovery process. I can't get my words out now. So that'll be up next time for you guys, and then we'll kind of like be back in sequence. Like I said, I just wanted to get this out now because this is a problem I'm having here and now, and I figured the earlier I post this, somebody might have the answer to my problem, and if they do, I want to get that answer sooner rather than in 2 weeks when this video would have ended up going out if I followed like the kind of timeline schedule, because I always try to post my videos in the order in which I film them, if that makes sense. And I didn't want to wait. I'm impatient. I want a solution to this problem. I want to help the guy out. So yeah, fire it up in the comment section, people. Give me all the information you've got, please.